namesake Edmund Lieck was a farmer and education pioneer who opened the Lockhart School, a one-room schoolhouse, more than 100 years ago. He believed all children should be educated so they could each grow up to be a leader in their community. His vision continues today at Lieck Elementary School, where the goal is building leaders one student at a time. Edmund Lieck was born May 10, 1845 in Germany and immigrated with his family to the United States when he was still a child. He was educated by his father and knew 3 languages, English, German, and Spanish. After serving in the Texas Cavalry, he married Catherine Gembler in January 1874, and the couple eventually had 7 children.
As the children got older, he decided they needed to have a school. So he got all the neighbors together and he bought all the materials, and they all got together and built the school, and they called it Lockhart. And it was a spring nearby that was Lockhart Springs. And so then it was open to all children in the area.
The Lockhart School operated from the 1880s through the 1940s, educating hundreds of students in far West Bexar County, near the intersection of Potranco and Tally Roads. The one-room schoolhouse served grades 1 through 8, and students described the interior as having 2 rows of desks, a raised area for the teacher, a potbelly stove, and blackboards along the walls. They all shared just a few books. Report cards showed the variety of subjects taught by a single teacher. Edmund was known as the professor, volunteering his skills when needed.
He taught at the school when they didn't have a teacher, but when they could find a teacher, then he would go, and retire again.
The Lockhart School had no electricity or running water. Everyone drank water from the same ladle, and there were 2 outhouses. Light came from lanterns, candles, or sunlight through the windows. Getting to the school each day was no easy feat either.
My dad had bought a little pony, a little paint pony for me to ride to school. The first day of school, they put me on the little pony at daylight and headed me out half a mile to the road, and down the road went to the school. And that's at 5 years old. Today, at 5 years old, you wouldn't let them do anything.
Despite what little the school had, the students say it was dedicated teachers and strong community support that had the biggest impact.
I was proud because I could learn from teachers that were dedicated to teaching us.
It was just so traditional. All of the families went there. It was where you met all of the neighbors. It was where the community gathered for any event that they had. The voting took place there, and it just meant to me community. The community was centered around that school.
Students even had an unofficial gathering place, a giant rock.
It was under a big mesquite tree right out in front of the school. And every day at lunch, we all, when the weather was good, everybody ran out and sat on the walk or on the ground around it. We had just kind of a little ritual, and that's where we sat to eat lunch. And of course, we were about half Hispanic and half Anglos, and we sat around here, and we loved those bean tacos, and they loved our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we traded sandwiches back and forth until everyone got everything they wanted.
Though Edmund Lieck died on June 13, 1907, his legacy lives on through his family and the students who attended the Lockhart School, which eventually joined together with other rural schools to form Northside ISD. Now, Lieck Elementary School is a place of new beginnings for learners and leaders. Lieck Elementary School is Northside's 69th elementary school, built with funds from voter-approved School Bond 2007. It is located in the Weston Oak subdivision off of Potranco and Tally Roads, not too far from where Edmund Lieck built his school a century ago. While the Lockhart School had no more than about 20 students at a time, About 400 students attend Lieck Elementary School, with many more expected in the coming years.
Good morning, how are you?
On the first day of school, Lieck family members greeted students and marveled at the spacious new facility. One of the first things students and families see on the way inside is the giant rock from the Lockhart School, a special gift that links the past and the present. Students chose the royal blue, white, and black school colors, along with the Lions mascot. It seems to be a perfect fit.
They say that when lions travel together in groups, they're called the pride, and so we truly have lion pride here at Lieck Elementary.
Perfect.
The wireless campus is equipped with state-of-the-art technology. Students use desktop computers in 2 computer labs, but they also use netbooks, small laptop computers that travel to where they are. Each teacher has a laptop computer and docking station that connects to printers and ceiling-mounted projectors. Document cameras have replaced overhead projectors, and mounted digital video projectors have replaced TVs in classrooms.
A was the one that does not belong there.
Learning is much more exciting when it's interactive. 5th graders spread out in the science classroom to conduct experiments, and 2nd graders find that answering math questions is more fun when using personal clicker devices.
Awesome.
1, 2, here we go.
Students are singing and laughing in music class, but don't be fooled. This is a competitive game. As the circle gets smaller and smaller, the excitement gets bigger and bigger. Inside the air-conditioned gym, students are practicing their hand-eye coordination and having a ball at the same time. From the upper-level kindergarten playground, students can look down on the outdoor amphitheater and see the basketball courts and playground for older students. The Lockhart School had only a handful of books, but the Lieck Library has thousands of new books for students to choose from. The giant books mural is a gathering place for readers. Long gone are the days when students rode ponies to school and ate around the rock. Today's students eat lunch in the downstairs cafeteria, and buses are the preferred mode of transportation. The building looks quite different, but just like at the Lockhart School, Lieck Elementary is a place where all children can learn from dedicated educators.
Oh, look!
We've moved from the one-room schoolhouse where he was probably able to fit maybe at most 20 students, in which now we have a beautiful state-of-the-art school in which we're able to facilitate up to over 800 students. With state-of-the-art technology, with a wonderful place for children to come together for lunch, and a library where they're able to come and read and research. And so we are just in honor to be able to fulfill his legacy and his dream for the future.
More than a century ago, Edmund Lieck established this community's commitment to education. Now it's up to Lieck Elementary School to make sure that commitment remains as solid as a rock for the next generation.